Well, welcome back. And it has been not too long, actually. It has not been too long since we last spoke. But we got some pretty exciting news. Some exciting news for me, especially because I'm a big Marvel TV show fan, big Defenders fan. Marvel TV was not perfect, I'll be honest. When it comes to Luke Cage, I love season 1. I'm rewatching it right now. The reason for that being is just because it's been a while since I've dipped in my toe in that pool, especially for Luke Cage. I just haven't seen it ever since it first came out, and that was when I was in middle school. My God, I was a young buck. But yeah, Luke Cage, for all the Defender series, that was my first show. I started with Luke Cage and I went to Iron Fist because Iron Fist, even before he came out on the TV show, he was one of my favorite Marvel characters in Marvel Comics. I loved the Immortal Iron Fist run. I loved his character design. And overall, I am a big fan of Iron Fist. Whenever the TV show came out, I definitely saw the flaws after I rewatched it much later. Whenever it first came out, I thought it was pretty great. Honestly, I thought, people were giving it too much shit, and honestly, they just didn't give it enough of a try. But upon rewatch later on in my life, I was like, yeah, this show is not good. But season 2 of Iron Fist is actually pretty good. I will give it that. It gets a lot better. I think the ideas that they just go for overall is just a lot more interesting, and also the execution on Danny Rand as a character is a little bit better, but I still feel like he's stuck in that. I don't know. He in season 2 of Iron Fist, I definitely feel like he's getting the development he needs, but it's just not the Danny Rand that I'm familiar with from the comics. But overall, it was an improvement compared to the first season. And the first season, I did not remember whenever I first watched it how bad his characterization was. Man, upon rewatch, I was like, yeah, this guy, all he does is just gloat the fact that he's the fucking Immortal Iron Fist and does not do anything about that. It was kind of annoying upon rewatch. I give it a lot of benefit of the doubt just because of the production behind Iron Fist. Sounded like a mess. Finn Jones was learning his choreography moments before the actual shot, which, dude, for anybody, that would just be a really shit situation to be in and making your TV show not as good as it needs to be. Now, people shit on Finn Jones for kind of being a bad actor. I'm putting that with quotations in the air. I strongly disagree. I don't think he's a bad actor. I just think the material that they gave him was not that great, unfortunately. I don't know what was going on around the time, what showrunners were on it, but they were not cooking. I'll tell you that. The writers were not cooking. Now, with Luke Cage, he was my first Marvel TV show of the Netflix era that I watched. And dude, when I tell you I watched that first season, I was in love with Luke Cage. Luke Cage became one of my favorite Marvel characters immediately after that first season. Now, I think first season is pretty good. I have my gripes with it, especially after episode 6, where they kill Cottonmouth off, killing off Mahershala Ali, removing him from the actual season, ruined a lot of what happened after the fact. I feel like we had a good rhythm going with Mahershala Ali's Cottonmouth, and then to kill him off so suddenly in episode 6, even when I was younger, blew my fucking mind. I was like, what? Really? We're killing him off this early? What are we gonna do with the rest of the season? We still have a lot of episodes left, and we have no Cottonmouth? I don't know. Blew my fucking mind, and honestly, it just, I wouldn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. And then we got to the latter half of the season, and unfortunately, it wasn't as good as the first half, but the fight with Diamondback, his brother, was a really good fight, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. And it's also really funny to think that we do have a Diamondback in the MCU now, the leader of the Serpent Society, and we saw him all the way back in Luke Cage season 1. That's crazy to think about. But, with, Marvel being confusing and not wanting to canonize the Marvel Netflix shows for a while, this wasn't really canon, so he wasn't really going to be the leader. I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth, a bunch of bullshit. Essentially, Diamondback is the leader of the Serpent Society, but they might not confirm that in the future. who really knows? It's not like the Serpent Society that we had in Brave New World was even remotely close to the ones we have in the comics. They're different night and day. It doesn't make any sense. It also doesn't really matter if Diamondback's the leader or not, because it just doesn't matter, honestly. Then season 2 of Luke Cage, man, I remember starting this season whenever it came out. I was enjoying it until I wasn't. I was just kind of bewildered of what we were doing with season 2. I don't remember it completely, I'll be honest with you. I just remember, like, the main villain, Bushmaster, he was gonna be the main, like, antagonist, and I just felt like we did nothing with him. He also just kind of showed up, and then he disappeared eventually. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen season 2. Again, I'm rewatching everything, so I kind of don't remember shit for season 2, except for the Heroes for Hire episode with Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Dude, that episode was actually perfect. I loved everything about that episode. That was the episode where I had hope for Finn Jones' Iron Fist, because he acted like Danny Rand from the comics. It was so perfect. And also, we just got a tease for Heroes for Hire in that episode. And honestly, if Netflix had Disney budget for Iron Fist and Luke Cage for Heroes for Hire TV show, we honestly would have gotten some of the best Marvel content, hands down. I stand by that. Well, I'm not going to speak to the potential of what we could have gotten in that TV show, but I was at least hoping for a comic accurate version of the Iron Fist suit. But yeah, no, like, that episode between Luke Cage and Iron Fist where he's teaching him how to actually fight because he has powers. He can't just be walking around like a tank. He should probably learn how to have a fighting style so that way he can help him up against Bushmaster, because Bushmaster was kicking his ass. That was pretty cool, man. But like, yeah, the set photos leak of the Defenders actually being in Daredevil Born Again season 3 is so exciting, has so much potential for the future. I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. These guys are going to cook. And honestly, Disney, you have the budget, and we need to see Iron Fist in his comic book accurate fit. I will be upset. I will riot. I will riot if we do not get that fucking suit. We've already had the mask. All right. We already had a half a suit in the flashbacks from season 2. Just commit. Give him the big fucking shits, dude. Give him the big. Damn, what is it called? The big collar. Give me the big collar on the Iron Fist. Let me see the tattoo. Let me see his abs. That shit is so sexy. Oh my god. All right, I need to calm down. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind because I love the Defender characters. They're all great. Even Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones, I never really watched her show. That's why I'm rewatching all the Netflix Marvel TV shows, is because I eventually want to get to know these characters a lot better, and also just a refresher. But for Jessica Jones, I've heard her first season of her show is really good, and I've heard nothing but praise, and I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to get to know Jessica Jones more. Even now on Born Again season 3, I can't wait for her to show back up, because her dynamic with Matt, honestly, is unparalleled. They're such a good duo, and she is such a good character that Kristen Renner as Jessica Jones, I'm really happy she's back. I just want more and more. So I will be watching her show, and honestly, I just can't wait for all these characters to interact again. It's been too long since the Defenders, and honestly, the Defenders, although not a perfect project, honestly has a lot of flaws. I thought it was great. I loved all the character interactions. Danny Rand, Luke Cage, Matthew Murdock, and Jessica Jones all interacting with each other is by far the most peak Marvel content I've had. And honestly, I just wanted more. I want more. And I can't wait for Defenders season 2. If it's possible, I want it. I don't know what they could be doing in season 2, what they're building up to, who them four would be fighting, but I just want to see them again. I freaking love this cast. I love all the actors that we have for these characters, and honestly, it is a shame we haven't gotten them back sooner, but we had to build up to it, and we're here now, and they're back, dude. They're fucking back. I actually just can't believe it. I'm really hoping they're not just there for at least like a cameo in Daredevil Born Again season 3. I really hope they're here for at least a main plot point in the season, and they're just setting up for Defenders or something like that. I don't know. I just want to see these characters back again. I love the Defenders characters. They're all my favorite, and I just love that era of Marvel TV. It's so exciting. I can't believe we're back. They're back. Dude, this is just so exciting. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you guys excited to see Finn Jones? Are you guys excited to see Mike Holter, Kristen Renner back all together with Charlie Cox in Daredevil Born Again Season 3? I just can't wait, personally. Man, if we can get an Iron Fist Season 3 or just a brand new Iron Fist project where he has the costume, that would be insanely awesome. It would make my life, and I can die a happy man tomorrow. I don't give a shit. I just need it. I need it. And also, we need a Heroes for Hire TV show with Iron Fist and Luke Cage. By far, my two favorite characters in Marvel history. I need that. Man, I am so excited. Let me know your guys' thoughts, what you guys are most excited for, what this could possibly mean for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole, or Marvel TV. But man, I am excited. I hope you guys are sharing the same excitement with me, and I'm just not alone. I just kind of want to talk about the leak of the Defenders being back. I've been so excited about it, and I just cannot wait to see these guys back on screen interacting with each other. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Thank you for listening to me. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon.